Hello and welcome to Being True, Being Me. This time, let me show you some very useful spreads for your bullet journal. Or at least according to me, they are helpful. They are great for productivity and staying organized. Some of them are targeted at students, but it is not students only, so don't worry, anyone can use them. Well, maybe except for the semester overview. That might not be exactly useful for you if you aren't studying any school. The semester overview. Oh, this is such a helpful page, allowing you to see the entirety of your semester at a glance. I cannot describe you with enough words how amazing this is. You would have to give this one a try. I love the way you can see what week of the semester it is and whether it is the beginning, the middle, or it is already coming to an end. I know there is not much space in the calendar itself. It is meant more for making a colored dot in the chosen day and then write the specifics on the other page. Last school year I suffered greatly because I was so disorganized, had no idea how many things were due next week, next month, and so on. And then I was doing everything last minute, making me really stressed. So this is a great tool. Now that I'm editing the video, I noticed I forgot to write which month is which, so sorry for that. The overview starts with March, if you were wondering. Not sure how to use a spread? Let me demonstrate for you. Let's say you have an assignment due on 6th of April. Then you look up the color which is reserved for assignments. Yellow. Good. You take yellow highlighter, marker, whatever, and make a dot, right in the box of your chosen day. And then you write out the type of assignment, class, and when you are supposed to finish it and hand it in. Lastly, you can mark it as done. Timetable. This one is a must-have for every student, I believe. Either printed or made by hand. You need to know when are your classes taking place and which one it is. I like to do one of these two options. Either I use a different color for each subject, or I have only two colors to distinguish between what classes are mandatory to attend and those which are not. Both coloring systems are useful. I think it is for you to decide which one will suit you better, or you can always invent your own system. Because even when everyone is telling you that, for example, this is the best timetable layout to use, true, it could be the best one for them, but it totally doesn't have to be the best one for you. I think this is a very, very, very important thing to remember. And it applies not only to your planner, but to everything. What works for someone doesn't have to work for you. The design is pretty simple, since the colors will be added in later, according to the classes. Passwords. I have got to say, this is such a handy page. But it comes with its risks. It is great when you are really bad with passwords and you need to write them down in order to remember them. The risks are, though, someone can see. If you keep your bullet journal really private, and the chance of the planner getting into, this is maybe a wrong way to say it, wrong hands, simply someone else's, then go with it. It is a great way to keep the passwords all in one place. And if the journal is yours only, perfect. I personally find it really useful. On the other hand, if the probability of your planner being seen by others is high, then consider it yourself, if the risks are worth for you. Sleep, study, work, and exercise tracker. This is such an interesting spread. I have seen its variation on Pinterest and wanted to try it. Well, that was before I knew what a tedious process this will be. Writing out every single number to fill almost the entire page. I do have to say I was happy when I finished it, and I think it looks great, but the work was, well, it took time. Also, you might have noticed my grave mistake. I thought in the very beginning that I could fit all the hours I needed on one page. That didn't quite work out. Fortunately, it wasn't that big of a problem to add the remaining hours on the next one. A little confused on how to navigate this? Here's a demonstration. There are 4 categories: sleep, study, work, and exercise. Each have a different color. The numbers in the very left column represent the days of the month. The rest, that crazy mess of numbers, are hours of the day. So let's say you slept till 8 a.m., then studied from 9 to 12, and then maybe you did some exercise from 5 to 6 p.m. So this is a little example on how to use this. Another innovation in my bullet journal, the stress tracker. I am still working on keeping myself calm, especially during the exam season. Sometimes I get so stressed, it gets almost unbearable. So it seemed like a good idea to try tracking it. And with the sleep, study, work, and exercise tracker on the other page, it can maybe show me if it correlates with something. I created 6 levels of distinguishing how bad or good it is. Number 1, no stress, blank square. 6, and the entire square colored black, the worst. Meal planner. I didn't used to incorporate these before, but nowadays I find them especially handy. You don't have to spend time thinking about what you're going to eat during the week, which lessens the decision fatigue. Let's say that you sit down on Sunday and pre-plan it all, know what to buy, and then you just follow it. Great, right? And when you connect it with a grocery list on the second page, they work miracles together. Grocery list. I used to be in a bad habit of not writing down what I am supposed to buy, thinking, oh, I can remember that, it's just one thing. Yeah, right. But do you know the feeling when the supposedly one thing becomes like a dozen, eventually ending in forgetting most of them? I am lucky if I remember at least one or two when I enter the shop. Mostly I just stand there knowing, I believe there was something I should have bought here. But for the love of me, I can't remember what. Recipes to try are a great place to write down whatever the internet throws at you. But you do not exactly have time to try cooking or baking it right away. So take this as a kind of storage place for recipes to come back to in the future when you want to try making something new. The expense tracker. I do not include this spread every month of the year, but it is a great way to see on what you spend your money the most. You can create some categories that are relevant for you to sort your expenses. And of course, the other thing you can track here is how much you earn. And then calculate it all at the end of the month and see how you're doing. Things to order. This spread particularly is a favorite of mine. Sometimes the things I need to order just pile up in my head, and this is a great way to unload them all, and then kind of track the entire process. Because you can mark whether you have already ordered it, then if it has been shipped, or maybe when the seller shipped it to you, and finally, to tick it off when the item arrives. This, I believe, is the last double page of my series of productivity/organization spreads. Now, let's have one more look. All of these are great tools in my opinion, but that is just my opinion. Maybe you will find some of these spreads useful too in the future. Maybe not. In any case, they are done easily enough so anyone can draw them. I think this is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.